Hello, everybody. Welcome to day. What day is it?
75.
Thank you. Day 75, Sefer Hamitzvot. We're doing the same mitzvah we did yesterday. That's negative mitzvah 262, that a man should not withhold from his wife the three pivotal things: share ksusaina, which is food, clothing, and shelter, and intimacy. So yesterday we learned, and what we learned from this mitzvah is the bottom line, that every man is obligated to provide this for his wife. But the source of the mitzvah, what this pasuk is referring to, is what we call an amma ivriya. So I think it's something that's hard for us to understand in this day and age. But basically, we're going to paint a scenario. The scenario is you have parents that are really destitute. I think it's hard for us to really understand what true hunger looks like, but they're really destitute. They really cannot provide for their children, and they have this opportunity of selling their daughter. It's not slavery. It's, I guess, what we call indentured servitude. There are so many laws and requirements and things that are in place that these, whether it's this girl or other indentured servants, have to really be treated very well. So they're not slaves in what we imagine slaves are, but they are. Their everything is held responsible by their owners. And so Amma Ivriya is a young girl before puberty, before Bas Mitzvah. Her parents basically can't feed her. And this is a way of giving her into the family. She becomes one of the family. She has certain obligations to the family. But until puberty, at that point, she has, there's different decisions that can be made of what she can do. So comes along this idea that it's a mitzvah for the son of this family to marry this girl. And it's a very interesting and unique set of circumstances, right? Because typically, imagine these circles, this guy is probably going to meet, other girls more similar to him. It might be a more honorable courtship where there's some kind of, you either have an eye on somebody or somebody makes a suggestion, and it's a whole more befitting way for two people to meet, etc. But here, if this boy, has an eye on this girl and he, is taken by her, he sees how, wonderful she is, the Torah does consider it a mitzvah for her to be married to him. And of course, there's details about how this marriage goes about. Now, we need to make sure that this girl and every person that has entered into any state of marriage with a man is treated wholesomely, marriageably, and isn't second-class citizen, especially in the case where polygamy was allowed. So there could be potentially other women as well in the picture. So this is where the pasuk that we learn about all marriages comes from, this pasuk, where it says that if an Amma Ivriya is taken in and is married, he cannot abuse her. And again, we're not talking about just general mistreatment. We're talking about specifically mistreatment in the context of what is obligated for a married man to give. And these are the three areas unique to the marriage obligation from husband to wife. And they are, again, share ksusaina, which is food, clothing, and intimacy. And if a man would withhold any of these things out of anger, out of spite, not because he's not able to, then this would be he would be violating a sin. So this is kind of the source of where the pasuk comes from. It's fascinating that it's not like the Torah says about marriage, these are the three obligations to a man. In the pasuk, the source of it is referring to how an Amma Ivriya, an indentured slave girl, an indentured servant girl, has to be treated. And from that, we learn how all wives have to be treated. So in honor of today, Shavasar B'Tammuz, everyone should have an easy fast. And this day will be a great Yantif, a great holiday when Mashiach comes. So good Yantif to everybody. And we should see the ultimate marriage, the ultimate, right? We say that Hashem, we got married under the chuppah, but he never consummated his marriage. He never really provided us the intimacy, the time that we really want from him. God, your woman is she's ready to cash in. She went to the mikvah and she's all ready. We're all pure and ready. So may that be very soon, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day.